What's good, family? It's your man the YB, back once again. So, as you've seen by the title, AJ's top level new super duper Mexican style team have vanished and poofed. Yeah, I spoke to one of Houdini's great granddaughters, and she told me, listen YB, yeah, we don't know how AJ's team acquired the Houdini technology, but there's been some sort of leak. Yeah, the great Houdini family, listen, the ability to disappear has stayed within the Houdini family's lineage. Yeah, and they want their technology back. I'm telling you what it is. Houdini's great granddaughter telling me she big mad right now. She can't understand how Team AJ acquired the family lineage disappearing secrets. They're missing right now. Yeah, Robert Garcia, he stole Houdini's great granddaughter's disappearing technology, and him and Angel, they've been using that hard for the last 2 days. And basically, Houdini's granddaughter, she's getting worried because she's saying, listen, they're using it way too much. If they carry on burning through the disappearing technology, the cloaking technology, there's going to be none left. And that for me is not right. Yeah? That technology, the ability to disappear into thin air, has been within the Houdini family for God knows how long. Yeah? So listen, Mr. Robert Garcia. Listen, Mr. Angel Bermudez. You best pass back the tech, yeah? Scary ass dudes, missing having ass. Where they at? Yeah? It's no good nicking Houdini's technology and disappearing on us. Because guess what? You was all in the video beforehand, gassing it up about Mexican style, gassing up about this, that, the other. Oh, had all the AJ Gooberzoids in my comment section. Oh, YB, yeah, YB. Mexican style YB. Yeah, YB. Angel Fernandez YB. I told you, man, AJ's legs was weak. Because Fernando, he's been doing some next zesty operation, all in your man AJ back. I'm sorry, did you shout? Call me a liar. Was or was not AJ's legs super weak? I couldn't believe it. I was like, what's going on here? The last 3 rounds, AJ looked like he was fighting on stilts. His legs was buckling, and I'm telling you now, the only place I've seen a man's legs buckle like that, you best believe it as well, on some next thing. Yeah, you best believe. When some next Donny stay digging your guts out, your legs will be weak too. It's a well-known principle. Yeah, if some next Don digs your prostate out, I'm telling you what it is. If you have some next Buster running all the way up in your prostate, you best believe your legs gonna be weak. That's what it is. Yeah, and AJ Lee's, I've never seen knees as weak as AJ's. I haven't seen that one before. Yeah, that's on Fernando. Big facts. And now, Mr. Prostate Digger has disappeared, conveniently. Yeah, spent the whole training, all the time AJ was supposed to be training, Fernando was pushing guts, pushing prostate. That's what he was doing. Big facts. And now, he nowhere to be found. Yeah? Whoa, my name this guy. My name that guy. I'm new trainer. Oh, new trainer. Oh, head trainer. Oh, we're sharing it together. That's what they were saying. And now, where they at? Nowhere to be found. Yeah, check this out. And the thing is, Robert Garcia thinks he's sly, yeah? Check this out. August 21st, retweeted. Yeah? August 21st, retweeted. So, the point is, Robert Garcia is in the cut. Pete Pierre, he wasn't at the post-fight press conference. Isn't that odd? Usyk's trainer was there. Oh. Yeah? Trainers are normally there. Whatever we say about Rob McCrappen, he was for the most part there. Angel Fernandez and Robert Garcia, nowhere to be found. And to add insult to injury, not only were they nowhere to be found, they haven't been seen or heard from since. Have they? Where they at? Guess what? Robert Garcia is on Twitter, alright? He's retweeting on Twitter, alright? And check this out. Thank you guys for all the messages. Initially, I thought this was a reaction post. It's not. This went out before the fight. Thank you guys for all the messages and comments you've been leaving. I really appreciate all your guys' support. It's an honour knowing guys feel like I'm representing you guys on this big stage. we're ready for anything and the new. Yeah, well, you weren't ready for anything, was you? You was ready to get your dinner pushed in. That's what you was ready for. About ready for anything. You was ready to lose again. And I'm sorry, but the quality, and I really do respect Mark Tibbs a lot more. He said, boom, these guys, don't know what, he said, listen, I don't know what these guys was doing in the camp. I have to agree. What were they doing? I'll tell you what they weren't doing. They weren't doing anything useful, because he had no cardio. Honestly, yeah, fair enough. In my mind, as a trainer, you have several bottom line objectives. Cardio is one. Yeah? And a basic bare bones strategy is two. Those are the two things you must achieve. If you don't achieve anything else, it must be cardio and it must be a strategy. Oh, and it also must be three things. Defense. You must be able to defend shots proficiently. That's a given. You must be able to put your elbows in and cover up. Must be. You must be able to execute a bare bones basic strategy, i.e., I'm going to land a jab and a right hook, a jab and a right uppercut. One simple combination must be drilled into your fighter. So if all else fails, you know, okay, AJ, all else has failed. Let's go back to the basics. Jab and hook. Double jab and hook. Yeah? And then number 3, like I said, the cardio. How many of them objectives did you see AJ achieve? Cardio? No cardio. Basic combination punching. Didn't see that either. Saw a bit here, a bit there, sprinkled around. Not even a bit. Defense. It was okay for the little start of the fight. To be fair, it's better than it normally is, but still. Can you sit there and say at the top level that AJ's operating at? Was his defense on point? No, it wasn't. Towards the end of the fight, last half of the fight, he started coming unhinged again. It's all the basic, and let's not forget, this guy had 11 months. It does not take 11 months to achieve them objectives. It just doesn't. These things we're talking about, these are you can complete these in a month. AJ should be throwing double jab, right hook all night. That's what, honestly, one of my strategies was, F it. Step in, vicious jab. That's what Mark Tibbs said. Mark Tibbs just said, AJ should have been ramrod in the jab and then bringing something heavy behind it to the body. Heavy. Hook. Step in. Bang. Jab, bang. All night. If you take a shot, so be it. You was taking shots anyway, you dopey big ass. You big for nothing, jigaboo, have an ass, Don. Yeah? My name's AJ and I'm scared to get hit, so I'll just sit at mid-range and wait for Usyk to box my head off anyway. Super weird mentality, man. You're getting touched anyway. You might as well have given him something to think about. Nah, my name's AJ, I'll just sit here and be second. The whole first 7 rounds, or the whole fight really, AJ was second. And the most frustrating thing is, the minute AJ was first, he dominated the fight. It's like, what the fuck? The guy's proper low IQ. And that's why I do have to give respect to Tyson Fury, because guess what? Tyson Fury doesn't need to be told twice. Tyson Fury clocked. The minute Tyson Fury clocked against Wilder in the 12th round of the first fight, he then knew what needed to be done. Tyson Fury never looked back after that 12th round. He got put down in the 11th. Or was it the 12th? I'm not sure. Whatever round he got put down in, he got put down and came fighting back and backed Wilder up. That was his strongest round. And from then, it's been downhill ever since. He's been rolling downhill. Easy for Fury. That's how it's supposed to go. AJ had success in the first fight in the 7th round. Didn't capitalise. Didn't clock. Second fight. After watching the first fight and studying it for 11 months. Didn't clock. The strategy that needs to be imposed. Second fight. His best work was when he was first. His best work was when he was putting it on guys and letting his hands go. He doesn't clock and goes back to sitting and waiting for Usyk. The guy is super low IQ, people. Really low IQ. I'm being serious now. He struggles with IQ. As human beings, yeah. Human beings pick up on patterns. AJ don't. Yeah. Basic patterns of, oh, wait a minute. I had loads of success doing this. He don't pick up on it. He does it and then never does it again. It's mad. It's actually wild. Like I said, go back and watch the first fight. AJ's best round was round 7. He never does it again. This guy is genuinely at the very bottom of intelligence. That's what the facts say, people. Tyson Fury clocks on once, never looks back. AJ has success again and again and again, and it doesn't register. Oh, I'm having success because I'm being first. I'm having success because I'm letting my hands go. It's actually wild. But ultimately, AJ's job isn't really to be a thinker. Half of the reason AJ's in the trouble he's been in his career is because they've allowed him to do too much thinking. I told you, if I was in the camp, I'd have told him, listen AJ, you are a bruiser. Let me do the thinking. Yeah, you go in there and do what I tell you to do. Yeah, elbow in, chin down, and stamp forward with a jab and put something heavy behind it. Simple as that. Simple combinations. No 7-punch combinations. No 8-punch combinations. Simple 2 and 3s. Yeah, jab, big backhand. Double jab, big backhand. There you are. More time on the pads. Fernando doing this and this and this and spinning and turning. What the fuck are we doing? I kept saying that. What is Fernando doing trying to train AJ like he's 30 pounds soaking wet? AJ's never going to be spinning and pivoting and doing this and doing that and stepping out and stepping in and never going to be that guy. If he was, he'd have already been there. At 32-year-old, if you ain't doing all that frilly shit, you're never going to do it. And even then, I wouldn't recommend it. He don't need to do that. He needs to, as an athlete, you have to bring in your attributes. If your attributes are heavy hands, you have to bring them into play. You don't bring in heavy hands being light-footed. Light-footedness is the opposite of heavy hands. Canelo has heavy hands, and he has that because he has heavy feet. If you have twinkle toes, you forgo power. Look at Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury, at the start of his career, was twinkle toes, had 0 power. He changed it round, became more flat-footed, and that's how you bring the power in. Simple trade-off. AJ don't seem to get that though. AJ, I'm trying to be twinkle toes. Oh, I'm trying to be twinkle toes. Super wild. And now these clowns have disappeared. I wouldn't mind, yeah, but I'm pissed off. Oh, Mexican style. What happened? Where was that? Where was the Mexican style? And I'm not going to lie. Obviously, the buck stops with AJ. But still, I'm not convinced, yeah, that these guys was in camp on their job. I'm not convinced. Because if I was there, you best believe at least the basics would have been achieved. Cardio, tick. Defense, tick. Simple but consistent combination punching. I'm telling you now, you would have seen AJ throw 2 and 3 power punch combinations from round 1 to round 12. 20, 30 times per round. Yeah? Jab, right hook. Jab, right uppercut. That's what we need to be. In my opinion, that's all he needs to do. Jab to the chest, jab to the body, and bring something heavy behind it. Regardless, I don't care. I'll be telling AJ, listen AJ, I don't care what Usyk does. You will be hit tonight. You will bleed tonight. Your Barnett will be boxed up tonight. Assume that. Yeah? You're going to be in a hard fight tonight. If you think tonight you're not going to get hit, sit down somewhere and retire. You will be hit many times. But what we're banking on is that we're going to hit him more. Or when we hit him, it's going to hurt more. Punch for punch, or the net outcome is that we're going to be the winner. We're going to ramrod the jab to the chest, jab him to the chest, and then dig him somewhere. I don't care if you hit the arm, I don't care if you hit the body, I don't care if you hit his waist. I don't care what you hit something. Hard as you can. Time and time and time again. Over the rounds, it'll be worth something. And it'll also get your confidence back. I mean, if you start headhunting Usyk, your confidence is going to drop. Especially when, at the weekend, AJ was headhunting Usyk, yeah, and then missing, and then being countered for it. There's nothing more demeaning than, it's bad enough to miss shots. When someone makes you miss, it's bad enough. But when someone makes you miss and then pay for it, that's the most demoralising thing. What the fuck? I can't hit the guy. And then he's hitting me. There's nothing more that will break a man. And AJ's team allowed him to be broken. Because they weren't focusing. They hadn't trained the basics. They hadn't drilled the basics into him. Part of being a trainer is you have to know the fighter you're working with. And guess what? All week, Robert Garcia, Angel Fernandez, oh, AJ's so intelligent, he's so smart, he's a fast learner. Well, he ain't, is he? He's not. Yeah? He's not. Fast learner. That's why Eddie Hearn, at 32-year-old, is still telling us, oh, he's only 32. Oh, he's only been doing this 13 years. Well, if you're not getting it after 13 years, you ain't a fast learner, I'm afraid. Fury got it in half a round. Half a round in the 12th, he clocked. Oh, okay. I know the game now. And that's why I tell you, man, Fury gonna knock Usyk out. Fury could go in there, yeah, and butcher Usyk's body, and Usyk gonna be on heap on the floor. I'm telling you now. I never bet on a KO. I will bet on Fury knocking Usyk out. For sure. I'm under no illusion. I don't think Usyk will win a round. I think maybe Usyk will win the first round, maybe. I'm telling you now, Usyk will not win more than 2 rounds against Fury. Bottom line. And the fight will be one of Fury's easiest, in my opinion. Bearing in mind how hard, and let's not forget, Fury has another 3 inches over AJ and another 20 pounds of weight. Bearing in mind, Usyk really went 50-50 with AJ. Usyk had all he could handle with Chisora, had all he could handle with AJ. Fury is another 2 or 3 levels above that, and another 2 or 3 levels in size above that. No chance. Anyway, these guys have surely disappeared. AJ, in my opinion, bottom line, he needs to retire. But outside of that, he needs to sack all his trainers and bring the YB in. Outside of that, sack all this dead wood that are crap and go to America maybe. Or better yet, I think Mark Tibbs wouldn't be bad. Mark Tibbs, Tony Sims. But outside of that, outside of Mark Tibbs and Tony Sims, who was it? Mark Tibbs, Tony Sims. I think Sugar Hill, but obviously he's tied up with Fury. But Mark Tibbs, Sugar Hill, Tony Sims, Errol Spence's trainer. He needs to leave where he is and move. That's simple as that. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. He needs a trainer who ain't going to take no BS. I'm not sure. To be honest, a lot of these guys talk a good game, yeah. They get the fighter and they all change. People said that Robert Garcia wouldn't take no shit. I'm not so sure about that. I'm just not sure. Because the way Robert Garcia, yeah, was sucking AJ off in the corner. That's another thing. Key thing for me. AJ was clearly losing, yeah. Guess what? Robert Garcia. Oh, great champ. You're winning every round, champ. Fucking hell. I kid you not. They was telling AJ he won every round. That's why he was confused again. What's wrong with these guys? Have they not got the memo? It's better to err on the side of caution. The fight was close. There's no way you could think AJ was dominating that fight. The last 3 rounds, he lost every round of it. And you think he won? There's no video of Robert Garcia telling AJ, you're blowing it. And I knew this. I told you, man. Everyone was sucking Robert Garcia off, yeah. And I told you, Robert Garcia couldn't even motivate his own brother. Now, to be fair to Mikey, I respect Mikey, because guess what? Mikey clocked. I haven't got it no more. And he retired. Mikey did. Mikey respected his own legacy enough to go and sit down somewhere. And I rate that. That's what you're supposed to do. When you realise you ain't really got it like you used to have it, sit down somewhere and keep the legacy you've got intact. You don't hang around. Of course, Mikey Garcia could have hung around and milked some more money out of his career. No, he chose legacy. I respect that. AJ got no shame. AJ was looking to squeeze all the money out and he ain't going to have no legacy left. Super weird. I've never seen someone who's more of a fiend for money before. Just fiends for it. Regardless of the expense. Regardless of the risk of it. I.e. blowing any legacy you had left. Anyway, man, these guys are clowns. It's no shock. They've all disappeared. Like cockroaches, look. Nowhere to be found. Before the fight, look, posting here, posting there. Robert, go look at all these. Look at all the posts before the fight. Yeah, all in the video. 7 days to go. This, that, the other. Nowhere to be found. Angel Fernandez. Here we go. Look. Posting all in the video before the fight. Yeah, Jeddah fight week. Yeah, look, my man posting all in the video. Posting all the pickies up. And now the fight's over. He nowhere to be found. Posting about Monaco. Yeah, that's your man's. These great trainers who never once told you the truth. You're losing, you're blowing it. AJ, you need a knockout. I'd have been telling AJ from the 9th, you need a knockout to win this fight. Be under no illusions. I'd have told him as well, AJ, this is what greatness is. And that's why, in a way, I do respect Daniel Dubois' trainer. And even though that cost them their jobs, at least they can live with themselves. Yeah, guess what? When Daniel Dubois was in a fight against Joe Joyce, and obviously quit, Daniel Dubois' trainer told him, Dan, this is the fight game. Yeah, this is it. We're here. This is the things, you know what I mean? Obviously, Daniel Dubois thought the fight game was going in there and just knocking people over. And his trainer told him, listen, Dan, this is it now. You're in a fight. Yeah, well, welcome. Welcome, this is the game. And I respect that. That's the truth. That's the truth. Can't sugarcoat it. Welcome to the fight game. YB, you couldn't do it. I'm not saying I could. That's why I ain't doing it. Oops. Yeah? But if you sign up to do it, you best do it. But these clowns here ain't giving no advice. No honest, true advice. They're too busy trying to suck someone off and make sure their job's safe. And if AJ had any IQ, he'd realise, wait a minute, these guys are just sucking me off. Why am I training with people who suck me off? I need someone to be honest. But then again, Robert Garcia already said AJ has fallen out with him because he wasn't hard enough. Because AJ felt like he's been hard done by. Which tells you a lot about AJ. Which makes sense. The more we see from AJ, he is arrogant. He is self-consumed. He comes across as like he's Mahatma Gandhi. Yeah? But he ain't. It's all a big mirage. Oops.